The abandoned community wey still dey live with wetin remain of the Nigeria-Biafra war. Odukoya Akimeje dey very young when he experienced the Nigeria-Biafra war wey enter their community Foriko for 1967. Like other young boys for the community, he no sabi how war take enter Foriko. But one thing wey pain am na wetin he and him papa and mama go through during the period of the war. The sounds of bullets, the presence of soldiers, and the constant need of food by the people. Now, one of the memorable experiences of Odukoya when the war dey go on. However, this na over 54 years after the Nigeria-Biafra war bin happen and end. But Foriko never recover finish as things wey still remain from the war don destroy their farmlands according to the residents. Foriko Boridele dey located near the Ore, present-day Ondo State, southwest Nigeria, and na one of the battleground during the Nigeria-Biafra war, wey also dey known as the Civil War. BBC Pidgin enter the town to see wetin the soldiers dem leave behind. The pain of the residents of Foriko as dem live with wetin remain from the Nigerian Civil War and wetin the war cost dem till now. The Civil War bin start for January 1967 between the military forces of the Nigerian government and the Biafra soldiers. The fight na sake of request wey Biafra say dem wan get their own territory and stand alone, but the Nigerian government dem no gree. That Biafra thing, I think they should just give it to them. All this wahala, if or no dey, even Kanu wey dey prison now, make they let am dey go, because people dey always marginalize these people. So let them have their Biafra. Make everybody dey there. They are being no better. Instead of pretending say we like each other. That's what will happen between 1967 to 1970. Millions of people wey include soldiers and civilians, many of those wey be women and children, bin die. E get one man wey get one leg. He wan come our community to tell us say war don reach Ore. By that Saturday, the road don full wey people dey carry food, so they go fit run comot. Odukoya recall how he witnessed when the war enter their community. We run comot, but dem tell us say the war don end. E no reach 1 week wey we return, when another one begin again, and we begin to see soldiers dey march by the roadside. Around 2 o'clock for night, na im the battle start. Odukoya don become the head of Foriko community, and the trauma of the war experience is still dey fresh for im mind. Foriko get abandoned war equipment wey the soldiers leave behind after the war. Several residents wey we speak to tell BBC Pidgin say the war really destroyed their land. Some explain say when dem cut bush and wan burn am, different things go dey explode, sake of say some of the chemicals wey dem use during the war that time e still dey for ground. Na wow. That one no be small thing since 1970. Johnson Dajima na one of the residents for Foriko community. Im papa settled for the community plenty years ago as a farmer. He bin hope say the farmland go yield and dey fertile like how im papa tell am many years ago. But since after the war, he say their farmlands don destroy, and the fear of bullets never comot for their mind. Over 54 years after the war, Danjuma sleep and wake near the armored tank left behind by the soldiers. He dey always remind am of how he and him family bin struggle during the war, even though him bin dey very small that time. My papa carry us go hide for one place. We just dey bush, no be where papa dey the children dey. Biafra soldiers dey, Nigeria soldiers dey. Danjuma say some pregnant women born pikin for bush during that time of war, and no pray to experience that kind war again. Amen. Big amen to that. Meanwhile, Gbenga Adeyemi wey be the youth leader for Foriko community say after the war, plenty of their youth bin die sake of say dem dey drink water wey the chemical wey dem use during the war don enter. According to history wey I hear, some of our youth here during the time the war end, dem drink the water and dem die prematurely because of the chemical. Our land don spoil, the land no good again, and dem no remember us, Gbenga talk. Foriko community dey live without any social infrastructures, and the aftermath dey impact the children as dem travel long distance to get education. As we waka the community, no visible sight of drinkable water, no health facility, and no school. Elizabeth Inwan, wey grew up for the community, bin narrate to us how she dey trek long distance to go school. She say she go reach school. She said she go school reach Form 3 before she drop comot. Now, the children for Foriko travel as far as Ore, a neighboring town with about 11-kilometer distance to access education. Wow. Coupled with that is the fear of the war wey once invade their community. Since when the war don finish, we dey suffer for here. No school, no everything, nothing wey dem dey do for here, especially the education. When I dey small, wey the war don happen finish, na fear we dey take go school. Na the same fear our pikin dem dey take go school. Elizabeth, with other women for the community, dey hope say one day dem fit get help to access basic social amenities like other communities. So is it part of Ondo State or wetin? How come people no, their governor or anything no dey help them for that place? Why they abandon them like that? Now, wow, this one na very, very amazing gist o. E dey somehow. It is well o. Hopefully help go come una way o. My people, how una see am? Make una no forget to like, to share and subscribe. Una bye bye.